expecting the unexpected, you may not be disappointed.
Or will you?
Find out in this very special episode of...
Tell you later.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to their channel.
Some guests of Tell You Later stay at the Southside storage units. Some participants receive issue number 3 of Biffle and Schuster. Oh, I've been waiting a lifetime for this baby. Highly collectible.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Do not fail to hit the subscribe button.
While you're at it, hit like.
Right now.
Hit it!
We haven't got a title song for this show, so we're singing this thing instead.
Okay.
It's really just a substitute. Nonetheless, the melody may stay in your head.
Oh, I hope so.
'Cause it's a tune.
It's a tune.
You'll love to croon.
You'll love to cruise.
But there's one thing you should know. We have to confess we do not possess a title song for this show.
Ain't it peculiar?
Believe it or not, we haven't got a title song for this show.
Oops. Hey, I'm Katie Lee. This
And
is
I'm not.
Will Ryan. Say
I'm
your
not
name.
Chevy Chase either.
No, you're not. Finish what you said about your songs, because I think your songs...
No. We'll have more to say later.
We will?
I don't have anything to say
Nothing
now.
to say, but
Nothing to say.
But inquiring
They're-
minds want to know.
Right, they're
and
great
they
songs.
Want your song.
And you can't hear most of them right now, but we're going to work something out.
They're all in your head. We have to...
No, they're recorded.
Well,
A
yeah.
lot of them, many of them.
So someone
Most
who,
of them aren't.
one of our patrons who is watching one of our episodes of Welcome to Later has a message for
that stars,
Ganilla.
Yeah,
Ganilla.
because we were late to the first episode, these people have taken over the show, and it's. Oh,
Sorry,
did you just pronounce her last name?
Ganilla.
So
anyway, she says Ganilla's jewelry is not too much. I'll have to tell her.
Not too much.
Not too
Okay.
much.
Leave a note because I never know when they show up.
I know.
They're usually over in Studio 2.
I think they're inside the Hobbit holes.
Maybe.
They could be.
I don't
in
know where
the
they
Hobbit
live.
holes. Okay. Let's see. And is there anything
Oh,
else?
somebody loved our build-up to the Amazing Famous Person.
Yes. Oh, that was that the Amazing Famous Person? Remember you? No, it was a few episodes ago when you kept saying, I'm going to talk about, I think it was Ozzie Nelson.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
In case you haven't seen that episode.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you'll have to go
One
back.
of the greats of showbiz.
And let's see. I don't know if there's. Do you have any notes over there from YouTube? I'll let
me
you
see.
switch over to you while I'm scrolling.
Let's see.
They like hearing Eugene's voice from Adventures in Odyssey, and that you were partly raised on a farm.
Indeed.
Where was your other part raised?
Well, let's see. My arm. I don't know. That was me all over. But I just want to say, certain times of year, I'd be at different places. For example, during the summer, it's helpful for a kid to be on a farm as opposed to playing with his friends. So,
It's called child labor.
yeah. Well, that's how this country was built.
But you were probably rewarded in some way.
Oh, yes, absolutely. No, my grandparents were great. I really liked them, loved them, and it was wonderful to spend time with them and learn stuff.
I think that's really nice because I had I loved my grandparents too, but I had one, my grandmother, who was very funny, very, very funny, read autobiographies of actors all day long.
Really?
Loved...
This is the one with the British accent?
Yes. But she would come to visit us from Michigan. She lived in Detroit.
That's where she got her British
And
accent.
she wanted to be in California, not to visit her grandkids, I think, but to get a suntan. So she
and
would
maybe
sit
meet some
in the
famous
back.
people so she wouldn't have to read their
She would
autobiographies.
sit in the backyard and just tan, and she didn't cook or anything like that. And she would say, "Don't cry. Grandma's allergic to crying." Yes, that was my grandma.
Wow.
That was one of my grandmothers. The other one I will say.
But this one that we were just speaking of, whom we were just speaking,
Yes, of whom?
was originally from
England.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
That's really where she got
Actually,
her
both of
accent.
them were.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Both of my and then they ended up in Canada.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And so
Still under the Queen.
My other grandmother said that she used to be a model and would often touch her toes just to prove how flexible she was.
Did she... I mean, I could touch my toes right now.
Yeah, she'd say, "Look," and then
I'm touching them. But you mean to say that she leaned over without bending her knees?
Well, she could be on the couch and do that.
Okay.
Yes, and that was she did cook. That one cooked, and she actually, I should tell you more about her because she lived in L.A. and on a top of a big apartment building.
Really?
And where you could see all of downtown
Do you mean
LA.
to say the penthouse, not on the roof?
No, she wasn't in the penthouse, but she had a nice view.
She lived on top?
Well, up high. I don't mean
Up
she was
high?
actually no up. Okay, don't do that.
Homophonic ambiguity.
Speaking of,
Yes.
she says she used to make strawberry whip and chill, and she would also cook a lamb and green beans.
Without the
And
lamb's
potatoes.
permission.
Thank you so much to all you patrons who help us out there. We really appreciate your support. Thank you, everybody who's buying merch on Merchalator. Go to my website, katielee.com, and see there's all kinds of cool stuff, and you can see it there or on Merchalator.com. And also those who listen on Anchor, I want to shout out to you guys because I know there's a bazillion of you out there who listen and really appreciate you too. Anyway.
She'd have the lamb killed first.
Well, I don't know. But you know what?
I read about this in Hansel and Gretel.
This was a special thing that she would cook a lot, and I thought, oh, that's just what my grandma likes to make. And then I found myself in Wales.
Not like the
Not
famous guy in the Bible.
Not Wales, but Wales in the UK.
Thank you for
And I was
distinguishing that.
invited to dinner. And
Was
they
that after you were in Greece?
Yes.
Okay.
And they made actually it was.
Okay.
I met those people in Greece. And this is really true. I met this family in Greece. They were from Wales. When I went back to the UK, I was kind of traveling around Europe. This is true. They lived in Swansea, and they stayed at their house for a couple nights. They made dinner, and they made like the same meal my grandma made, which I realized, oh, this is a very British thing. Leg of lamb and green beans. And,
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you say
and they
Swansea,
put mint jelly on their
Swansea,
lamb.
that's British. It's not Swansea, which sounds African.
Right,
with a Z.
Swansea.
Yeah.
Swansea.
Right. Okay.
And I saw my first black sheep, black
Yeah.
sheep.
Yeah.
In Wales. I didn't know they really existed till I was there.
That black sheep was a plagiarist.
So that's a little of my history.
Really?
Yeah.
I say plagiarist because the tune is also...
Crew of One has what this other... Go ahead, finish your plagiarism comment.
the alphabet song.
Oh, right. Twinkle, Twinkle.
Yeah.
Twinkle, Twinkle and the Alphabet Song, in case y'all don't know, is the same tune. Just saying. Okay, there's
Because
a little
there are
puzzle
only
over
so many
there
notes.
by your keyboard, Crew of One, and somebody had commented. I'm going back. I'm starting from the latest show all the way down here. The game that we were trying to think of is called the 15 puzzle or the gem puzzle. It's under your keyboard. It was under your keyboard.
Yes, the 15 puzzle.
And the game of
remember,
15.
I brought over a 15 puzzle, and we were going to.
Yeah, and Crew
play
of
with
One
it
has
on-
it,
Oh,
but
we
he was
do.
using it under his keyboard to balance it out or something. I saw it just a second ago, like this morning. Crew of One to the left of your computer. Do you see
Great.
it under there?
Because
Oh,
it's a classic game.
there. Oh, maybe that's where it is. There's your keyboard. I'm getting out of frame here. It was sitting underneath your keyboard. Well, anyway,
Anyway,
we'll bring it back.
It's a fun game.
And
Recommended for all. And if you could get, there's a nice one made of good material.
gold. Is it gold?
No,
Is
it's
it a
not.
gold? That would be
It's not
good.
made
That
of-
would be very nice.
18 karat gold, no. But it's solid. And I prefer that to the plastic ones. You know.
Well, I just saw it. It was on Crew of One's desk.
Well, we'll keep going.
All right. So, also, hey, how about that animated theme song?
Oh, yeah.
How do you like that? That was one of somebody who watches the show just decided to animate it for us, and that was Josiah Crandall, and we are thankful.
We're very
for that.
thankful, and he gets credit at the end of every episode.
Yes.
And
Okay. So, any YouTube questions?
oh, yes. Here's one. It says, because we had Iphigenia pentameter.
Yes.
And of course, her name Iphigenia is pronounced differently by different people in different parts of the world.
If you're from
first
Africa
name,
or the
yeah.
UK, for
Yeah, you
instance.
could probably even say pentameter if you wanted.
Pentameter.
But so Cullen Pittman asked, would a purple cow rather be called a violet cow? And I said,
Because we did a poem
yeah,
about
a purple cow by Gillette Burgess.
Yes.
We won't go into the whole poem right now.
What's
'cause
all this I hear about violets on TV? There's just too much violence.
No, it's violins.
Violins. Oh, violins on TV?
Yes.
Or okay.
Anyway,
All right.
that's not us.
Carry on.
So-
well, but that Chevy Chase guy
So would a
had
purple
something to do
cow
with it.
rather be called a violet cow? And I said, I'll ask next time I see one.
That was a very good answer.
I shall inquire next time I see one.
And you know what? I have seen a. Oh,
You know, I can ask a
is
horse
it in
that,
Wizard of Oz?
and I know what his answer would be.
What?
Nay.
Nay.
Right.
Okay.
Nay with a capital mm-mm.
Okay, any other YouTube? Oh, and here it is. Do 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 do.
Oh, good. This is the 15 puzzle.
Pose. Oh, you've got your new Tell You Later tote bag.
Cute. I love
Yeah,
it.
did you get that at Merchulator?
I sure did. It's so
Merchulator.com.
cute. Look,
Super
tell
cute.
ya later bag, and it's got
Awesome.
everything in it.
Do
I
they
got-
have hats? Okay.
Oh, we could pose like that.
Yes. The 15 puzzle. Why? Because are there 15?
And it's protective
Are there
wrapper.
15
Oh,
little
this is a
squares?
plastic one, but it's all right.
4, 8, 12,
1, 2,
15.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, space, 13, 14, 15.
Because you got to slide those little guys and
you-
get them in order.
You move this
And
out,
that was
then
one
you
of my
slide them around and try to
favorite-
get them back into. This is before Rubik's Cube or anything else, but it's a great little thing. Bobby Fischer used to be a master at this.
Like a Rubik's Cube.
Bobby Fischer, not a fisherman. Bobby Fischer,
The
does it ring a
chess
bell?
player. Mm-hmm.
The famous chess player, yes, who had a very interesting life.
Long chess life.
You could see him at the age of 14 on an episode
Jeopardy? Is it
hosted
Jeopardy?
by Gary Moore.
Or To Tell the Truth?
Not
What's my line?
No. What's the
What
third
else
one?
is there? I just said 3. To Tell the
Three?
Truth.
What's my
What's
line?
my line? Jeopardy.
No. Jeopardy was a Merv Griffin production. These are all Mark
Whose
Goodson.
life is it anyway?
Mark Goodson. This has been a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman
Todman
production. Yes.
Let's
There are 3 of them, 3 famous ones.
What else? To Tell the
The
Truth.
first one was What's My Line? So some guy came up with an imitation of What's My Line, tried to sell it to them. They said,
Hmm.
this is just like our other show. He said, yeah, but you should buy this from me. otherwise somebody else is going to do an imitation of
And
What's
did
My
they?
Line. And they did.
They did.
Yeah. And so they made him producer for a while, for 5 or 6 years. Then they let him go, and then he did.
And you don't even know the name of the show.
No, but I know the name of the guy who pitched the show to them.
Oh.
They let him go, so he was a good, funny songwriter. So he did an album of songs, and one of them was released as a single, and it was called "Hello Mudda, Hello Fada."
Oh, Alan Sherman.
Alan Sherman.
One of my favorite songs.
And then they released an album called "My Son the Folk Singer," which I think had a cover art by Jack Davis of Mad Magazine, maybe. And I'm not sure about that, but and he became famous.
So are you saying Alan Sherman created a game show?
Which was bought by Mark Goodson.
All right,
Goodson
so
and
let's
Bill
see what
Todman.
it is. I'm looking it up, and I know a secret.
I've got a secret.
It was supposed to called I Know a Secret, but it was called I've Got a Secret. That's
Yes.
right. And so the chess player was on there.
Yes, I knew Bill Todman a little bit.
Really?
Yes.
At a party for a few minutes. Is that one of those?
I think we were going out with the same girl at one time. Yes.
Kidding.
I'm
How
not
interesting.
exactly sure what that relationship was, but
Okay. Well, that's very personal.
I didn't get
you
it
don't
at the
normally...
time. In retrospect, I figured it out.
Ah, okay. And did
Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know.
Oh well, her loss.
He's long gone. I don't know what's become of her. And so I can mention this. I'm not naming any names other than one. So there you go.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And so let's get. I will answer now.
Did you ever go out with some guy who turned out to be to have like a famous girlfriend or something, like a movie star girlfriend?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't.
Because stuff like that happens
Go
out
out
here.
with.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I just get married. I don't go out with.
Well, that saves time,
Yeah, it's
and
just.
it's probably safer in this day and age, and
Yeah, so we just
wiser.
we just do that. But I will answer your question now.
Yes.
What is in a chechapi?
Oh,
Right?
and I had a question too, didn't I?
What was your question?
Yes. Okay. We have two questions.
All right.
My question was, what was the original name of Jiffy
Okay.
Pop?
All right. So are you gonna tell us that first?
Well, you did
Okay.
the.
So why did you ask me that question first?
Because you said an
and a
attachement,
chechapi,
and then you said another word.
accoutrement,
Oh, you said accoutrement, then you said
a chechapi.
a chechapi. Now, is that the letter A as an article and then chechapi?
No,
Oh, it's an,
One word.
And a chechapi.
a chechapi.
Okay.
Yes. And what was your question?
Is that Spanish?
No, that was from an old commercial that used to be on the radio, I think, and some guy called it a chechapiece. I'll have to look, and it was something I heard on a commercial.
Really?
Yeah,
So we
I
don't
think-
even know how it's spelled or anything?
No, it's like accessories, but someone said a chechapiece, and
Huh.
that just stuck with me. So instead of saying accessory, I say a chechapi. And I will see. I don't know if I could find that. Why don't you tell us about Jiffy Pop?
Jiffy Pop? It used to be called,
Chechapi.
was originally called E-Z, so Easy Pop popcorn.
Oh.
Do you vaguely remember that as a tiny tot or anything?
Easy Pop?
I vaguely
think
remember
I only
that.
remember Jiffy Pop.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so exciting, wasn't it?
I love Jiffy Pop.
Watching the
Oh, yeah.
spoil get bigger
Turn
and
into a
bigger,
brain.
and then you burn it and it's all over.
Well, I finally mastered it.
Did you?
Yes, yes.
Oh, good for you.
The whole thing is preheating if you're working with Jiffy
Oh,
Pop.
really?
Yeah, that's it.
Preheat. How
Get
do
it-
you do that?
Well, you preheat the grill that it's on, that you're doing that on.
What do you mean? You preheat it like with
Preheat
gas?
it to 425 or whatever, and then you start. Once it's really nice and hot, then you start it, and you don't have the problem of all the burnt kernels or anything.
Okay. Have you ever tried to make it on an electric stove?
Have you ever tried to make it on $90 a week?
Probably.
On an electric stove? No.
Yeah, guys, those are hard to cook on. It's hard to gauge electric stoves. I prefer gas. How about you?
Really? I prefer the wok machine, but if I'm doing Jiffy Pop, I'm only familiar with gas, I think. Yeah, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, those grills that light up, you know. That's gas, isn't it?
No,
That's
that's
electric?
electric.
Oh, then I'm only familiar
the
with
one
electric.
with the rings.
What do I know about a kitchen?
Holy cow, gas is fire.
What do I know about cucinas? Or chechapis, for that matter.
Come back. I'll tell you later what you need to know.
Tell You Later is a Patreon-driven entertainment show. Thanks for watching at patreon.com/Tell You Later.